The fate of dozens hangs in the balance as Israel and Gaza brace for a historic prisoner exchange, a pivotal moment that could signal the end of a devastating 2-year conflict. But here's where it gets controversial. While this swap offers a glimmer of hope, it also exposes the deep-seated tensions and complexities that have fueled this war. As the world watches, questions linger about the true cost of peace and the future of a region scarred by violence. In a high-stakes deal brokered during a fragile ceasefire, Hamas is set to release all surviving Israeli hostages within 72 hours of the agreement signing, a deadline ticking down to noon local time, 10 a.m. UK time. The militant group holds 48 hostages, with 20 believed to be alive, their stories and struggles now at the heart of this delicate negotiation. For families like Hagai Engwest, whose son Matan remains among the captives, this moment is both agonizing and hopeful. We are very excited, waiting for our son and for all the 48 hostages, Engwest told Reuters, capturing the raw emotion of those on the edge of reunion. But this is just one side of the equation. Israel, in turn, will release nearly 2,000 Palestinian detainees, most of whom will be sent to Gaza or exiled to neighboring countries. The timing of their release remains unclear, adding another layer of uncertainty to an already fraught process. And this is the part most people miss. While the swap is a critical step, it's only the beginning of a 20-point plan proposed by former U.S. President Donald Trump to end the war. A ceasefire has held since Friday, but the devil is in the details, many of which are yet to be negotiated. Trump, who will visit Jerusalem on Monday to address the Knesset and meet with hostage families, remains optimistic. They're all tired of the fighting, he told reporters, emphasizing a consensus on the path forward. Yet, the road to peace is anything but clear. Palestinians, weary from 2 years of Israeli bombardment that has left over 67,000 dead and 170,000 wounded, desperately hope this ceasefire will evolve into a permanent end to the war. Israel, however, stands accused of genocide by a UN commission and human rights groups, a charge it vehemently denies, framing its actions as self-defense in response to Hamas's deadly attack that killed 1,200 and took 251 hostage. Here's where opinions diverge. Is Israel's campaign a justified act of self-defense, or does it cross the line into genocide? This question has sparked global debate with no easy answers in sight. Meanwhile, preparations are underway in Israel to receive the hostages, who will undergo medical examinations at a military base before being reunited with their families. Hospitals have even conducted drills using actors to simulate the arrivals, but testament to the gravity of the moment. In the occupied West Bank, families of Palestinian detainees are also preparing for reunions, though Israeli authorities have warned them to keep celebrations low-key and limit media interactions. Approximately 2,000 detainees are set to be released, including 1,700 from Gaza and 250 long-term prisoners, some of whom are Palestinian leaders. Half will return to Gaza or be exiled, while the other half will go to the West Bank or East Jerusalem. As the swap unfolds, humanitarian efforts are ramping up. Israel's military agency, Kogat, expects 600 trucks of aid to enter Gaza daily, restoring supplies to pre-war levels after months of severe restrictions. The UN has 170,000 metric tons of food, medicine, and other essentials ready to go, with priorities including tents, high-energy food for malnourished children, and menstrual hygiene products. This follows months of Israeli siege that led to famine in parts of Gaza, with at least 459 deaths from hunger since May. But here's the counterpoint. The Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, GHF, established to replace the UN in aid distribution, has been widely criticized for its militarized model, which led to chaos and the deaths of over 1,000 people at its sites. The UN, now back in charge, faces the challenge of rebuilding trust and ensuring aid reaches those who need it most. Meanwhile, the U.S. is deploying up to 200 troops to Israel to support stabilization efforts in Gaza, though none will enter the territory itself. As Trump heads to Sharm el-Sheikh for a peace summit with leaders from over 20 countries, the world holds its breath. Will this be the beginning of lasting peace, or just another chapter in a cycle of violence? What do you think? Is this deal a genuine step toward resolution, or a temporary bandage on a deeper wound? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's keep the conversation going.